Chinese Heritage Night tonight in China Basin, aptly enough. The Tigers and the Giants game, one of a quick two-game set, interleague style. First time the Giants and Tigers had matched up since the 2012 World Series. And welcome inside the NBC Sports Bay Area studios. Everybody, Dave Benz hanging out with Sean Estes. We'll get you back to Kruk and Kuip in a little bit. And you take a look at this matchup, and you had the day off after losing 2 out of 3 against the Reds. A lot to think about, but you got probably the guy you want on the hill to try and turn things around and Rodon.
It's the perfect guy, and he's a guy that's very familiar with this Tiger lineup, facing this Tiger uniform. I mean, I was looking at the numbers. I couldn't believe how well he's pitched against Detroit in his career. He's 2-0 with a 2.25 ERA, 27 strikeouts. Opponent batting average 0.96 against him. So sometimes, I know it's always different lineups you're facing, but sometimes when you see an opposing uniform that you've had success against, I know for me it was the Padres, it doesn't matter who's in that lineup, you feel very confident when you take them out. Not only that, but he's pitching at home in front of his home crowd. That'll get him amped up, and they need him tonight. They need him. They need a good starting pitching performance to get things headed in the right direction, and Carlos Rodon's the guy for that.
And you'd like to see him get a little bit of run support early.
Yeah, you need at least one to score or to win a game. So yeah,
yes, that's how it works.
The Giants actually do pretty well when they score early in games. They score first. They have a pretty good record. Jump on teams early. That's not something they were able to do in the last week. You know, the Braves and the Reds kind of jumped on the Giants early in those games. It puts you on your heels a little bit more. You have a little more pressure on all the at-bats, more pressures on the pitcher. No, score some early runs, let Carlos Rodon do his thing, and then you're sitting your high-fiving after the game.
All right, Sean and I will be back following the game with Postgame Live. We're going to get you back to Oracle Park. Kruk and Kuip take over after this timeout. Giants Postgame Live brought to you by Toyota, and fans leaving Oracle Park having witnessed a Giants victory 4-3, the final over the Detroit Tigers, as San Francisco tries to get the bad taste of the weekend out of its mouth, and they took it right down to the wire. Dave Benz hanging out with Sean Estes. Well, what else would you expect? A replay to end the game. It was tight the entire way. Giants had that 4-0 lead. Tigers whittled their way back, but in the end, it's a victory.
They held on. I guess that's what it comes down to. I mean, Giants got up 4-0 after the 5th inning, and the Tigers just chipped away. 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th, and then they made it really interesting in the 8th inning with the bases loaded. But Camilo Doval, he keeps maturing right before our eyes, did a great job of coming in with the bases loaded, no room for error, and gets the big strikeout, and then gets a 4-out save, and they get the double play. He has a walk in the 9th inning to Grossman, which you never want to do, especially since they've actually want him to speed up a little bit with in the stretch, and made the pitch he had to. They got the double play, big win for the Giants.
Well, let's take you back out to Oracle Park. Mike Yastrzemski joining us now, and Mike, what a big win for your team. I mean, a lot of people were talking about that series against the Reds, and you guys maybe let a series against an opponent that's been struggling this year get away. This one has to feel good to kind of right the ship.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, that's our goal every day, is to come out and play our best, and obviously we didn't play our best against the Reds, but also there's no team in this league that isn't capable of winning any given game. So, you know, sometimes we got to cut ourselves some slack and show up the next day and do our best.
Yeah, you did it on both sides of the ball tonight. Defensively, offensively, you got a big hit. Talk a little bit about a couple defensive plays you made. You had the ball off Cabrera's bat all the way, right?
yeah, until it went into those bright lights. But yeah, had it the entire way.
Yeah, no, it looked like that ball just kept carrying on you, but nice play there. But I think the most impressive play, and I know as a starting pitcher, there's nothing to get you pumped up more than a solid defensive play behind you, especially after you give up a hit. Talk a little bit about the right field at Oracle Park and how much work has to go into playing a ball perfectly off the wall like you did. Obviously the arm, you made an accurate throw as well.
Yeah, it's more luck than anything, because the way that wall is out there, half of it's chain link, half of it's brick, half of it's pad. So you kind of got to play for hopefully the perfect carom, and if you get it, great, you can try and make a play. If not, you got to kind of slow the game down and make sure the guy doesn't get to third. So was kind of just playing the angle that it looked like it was going to potentially go off, and got lucky that it hit the pad and not the chain link.
And obviously the defense helped Carlos Rodon a lot tonight, but how stellar has he been for you guys, and how much of a boost is it knowing what kind of groove he's in and knowing he's going to be going out there and giving you guys a strong outing like he did tonight?
I mean, he's a stud. He went out there and pitched as well as he could have. You know, even the past 5 or 6 starts, he's been unbelievable. So it's been really fun to watch him kind of be back to the guy that we know he is, and the rest of us will follow suit here at some point.
Well, we appreciate the time, Mike. Enjoy the win, and right back at it tomorrow afternoon at 18 or at Oracle Park.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, thanks so much, Mike Yastrzemski. A couple of defensive jams and had the big RBI base knock as well.
Yeah, and you haven't been here for a while.
You heard that. I thought we were going to let that slide.
It's Oracle Park now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a lot of different names since you left, but yeah, no, we're back. We're at Oracle now.
Yeah, going with Oracle. All right, thanks for the point. I got that half out of my mouth.
What was your question again?
No, I don't.
Now
remember.
that we know what ballpark we're in.
Let's talk a little bit about that 8th inning. The Tigers, they sure made it interesting in the 8th inning, and if you're a Giants fan, you were absolutely sweating it out after they got it to within a run.
Well, especially considering the Giants have lost a lot of games late.